Welcome to the Tea and Chaos.
Pulling in real close. Stories get wild when we run this show. If the truth gets messy, we probably like it. Welcome to Tea and Chaos, where the secrets get told. If the tea gets hot, we pour twice as much. Tea and Chaos. Sit happens.
This one was sent in to us. It is anonymous. It says, please keep me anonymous because half of my family still thinks I'm being dramatic. But I need strangers to tell me that I'm not crazy. I am 28 and I was supposed to get married last fall to my fiance. We'll call Mason. Mason and I had been together for almost 5 years. He's calm, sweet, responsible, basically the golden retriever boyfriend every girl says she wants until their family gets involved and starts acting like a pack of raccoons in a dumpster.
Very specific. Raccoons.
It is very specific. Thank you.
This is going to be a good story. I can tell by the animated parts. Go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah. She was very detailed, which I love. A first red flag.
Yeah.
Okay, my older sister, Brittany, is 32. Brittany has always been a lot. She's the kind of person who says, I hate drama, while actively setting the house on fire. Growing up, everything somehow became about her. My birthday, she had a headache. My graduation, she announced she was thinking about moving to Nashville. My baby shower for my best friend, she cried in the bathroom because nobody complimented her outfit fast enough. So when I got engaged, I already knew she was going to be weird, but I did not know she was going to go full Lifetime movie.
Not the Lifetime movie.
Not the Lifetime movie.
Yeah.
Okay, starting off, does anybody have any ideas? Do you have any guesses of where this is going to go?
I'll be honest, I don't, because I'm thinking this could go, it's probably going to go in a direction none of us are thinking because she's giving a lot of details.
At first, she acted excited. She screamed, hugged me, posted a picture of my ring before I even had a chance to tell half of my friends, and captioned it, "Can't believe my baby sister is finally catching up to me." Catching up to her in what? Because she's single. Anyway, I asked her to be my maid of honor because my mom begged me to keep the peace. That phrase has ruined me. From the second she became maid of honor, she started acting like the wedding was a group project where she was the leader and the villain. She hated my dress. She said it was too simple. She hated the venue. She said it looked too barnish, even though Mason and I literally chose a rustic venue on purpose. She hated the bridesmaid dresses. She said sage green washed her out. Then she suggested the bridesmaids wear champagne colored dress.
That's awfully close to white.
Her wedding dress is ivory. Ivory and champagne are dang near the same color.
That's basically white. Yes. They wrong me, Rochelle. What's up, girl? It is basically white, Erica. Yes.
She wanted to wear champagne standing beside me at my wedding. So, is champagne too close to the bridesmaid or the bride's dress?
Yeah.
What do y'all think? Is that a red flag?
That's a huge red flag. I mean, that was not even the biggest red flag that you said in all of that. The biggest red flag would have been like her having a problem with the venue, and that's the one that they chose. It ain't your wedding, girl. Get your own wedding.
Exactly.
But
then things get weirder. Mason's parents are divorced. His mom is sweet, quiet, keeps to herself. His dad, Rick, is 56, owns a construction company, drives a big truck, and has the confidence of a man as big as his truck. Rick was helping pay for part of the wedding, mostly the bar and rehearsal dinner. At our engagement party, Brittany and Rick talked for a long time. I didn't think much of it at first because Brittany flirts with anything that has a pulse. Then I noticed she laughed at everything he said, like everything. The man said, "I need to get more ice," and she giggled. A week later, she randomly asked me, "Is Mason's dad single?" I said, "Unfortunately, yes." She said, "He's kind of hot in a divorced contractor way." I told her, "Please do not make my wedding weird."
Yeah, please don't. Like, nah.
She laughed and said, "Relax, I'm not going to marry your father-in-law." Famous last words. 2 months before the wedding, Brittany started disappearing from planning stuff. She missed my dress fitting. She missed the cake testing. She missed a bridesmaid lunch that she had planned. Every time she had a vague excuse, "Work is crazy, my stomach hurts, I'm mentally overwhelmed." Then my cousin sent me a screenshot. It was Brittany's private Instagram story. I couldn't see it because she had hidden it from me. The story was a picture of 2 wine glasses on a hotel balcony with the caption, "Unexpected people make the best memories." And in the corner of the picture, barely visible, was Rick's truck keychain. Mason's dad, my fiance's father, my sister was soft launching my future father-in-law.
Okay.
What would you do? Would you confront her? Would you confront her? Would you stand back and see how it unfolds? What would you do?
I'm trying to think. I feel like if you say something, it's going to cause a big storm before the wedding. And that's the last thing you want to have happen. But if you don't say anything, it could still cause a big storm if it goes south before the wedding. And if you don't say anything, she seems like the type that she would announce it at your wedding to try to take the light off of you. So given all the facts that we do know about her sister, I would probably confront her about it ahead of time, so that way it would at least be public knowledge, and that would be one less thing that could take away from my day.
They should both be supporting the wedding, not sabotaging. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I agree. You could have waited till after the wedding.
Yeah. Razzle, welcome in.
Now, she said future father-in-law. So, like, does this mean that they are getting married, or she was just kind of exaggerating a little bit?
I don't know. I didn't confront her right away. I started watching. And once I was looking, it was obvious. Rick suddenly started liking all of Brittany's posts. She started commenting things like trouble with the laugh emoji on his Facebook pictures. He started showing up to family events wearing cologne that he was like blasting everybody away with, you know, like the very strong scent or whatever. Then the rehearsal dinner menu changed. Rick had offered to pay for it. Originally, Mason and I picked barbecue, mashed potatoes, salad rolls, simple, normal, affordable. Suddenly, Rick tells us he upgraded it to a steak dinner. I was like, "That's really nice, thank you." Then he says, "Brittany helped me pick it. She has great taste." Sir, why is my maid of honor planning the rehearsal dinner with you in private?
Yeah.
I looked at Brittany and she just smiled. Not a normal smile, a villain smile.
No, not the smile, not the one. Oh, that smile is,
Speechless.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out how to say this because, like, it's a messy situation without the wedding. But throw the wedding in on it, and he is openly telling you that your sister helped him pick the upgraded package. It's like that's wild behavior. You know what I mean? Yeah, and you know she's doing it on purpose because she seems like she has to be the center of attention at all times. You know,
Right.
so
3 weeks before the wedding, I got a call from the bridal shop. They said, "Hi, we're just confirming the alteration appointment for the second bridal gown." I said, "The what?" They said, "The second gown under your wedding party account, champagne satin fitted off the shoulder cathedral train for my maid of honor." I swear my soul left my body and walked outside. I asked who ordered it. The woman got quiet and said it was ordered by Brittany. I called Brittany immediately. She answered like nothing was wrong. I said, "Did you order a wedding dress for my wedding?" She goes, "It's not a wedding dress, it's formal." I said, "It has a cathedral train." She said, "You're being insecure."
Yeah, insecure. That bitch crazy. What do you
A
mean?
cathedral train.
What are we? What's up? Thank you for the fingers. What? Hold on. First off, I ain't never on a train to be on two things. That's a railroad track and a wedding dress. Okay?
Right.
That's it. I don't know. I mean, technically, it could be on something else too, but we're not going to get into that. It's not spicy tea and chaos. But a regular formal dress don't have no train like that. You know what I mean? Steph, thank you. What's up? Yeah, no. That's wild.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Yep.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I told her she was no longer maid of honor. She screamed. My mom cried. My dad said I was overreacting. Mason said he supported me, but looked like he wanted to hide in a shed until the wedding was over. Then Rick called Mason and said, "Your girl needs to apologize to Brittany." Your girl, not his fiance, not the bride, your girl. Mason told him, "Dad, stay out of it." Rick said, "Well, Brittany is important to me." "Important to you how, Rick?" And that's when Mason finally asked him straight out, "Are you dating her?" Rick said, "We're adults." That was confirmation enough. My sister was dating my fiance's dad 3 weeks before our wedding.
I mean, yes, you're adults, but if you're going to do adult things, keep it behind closed doors so nobody else knows about it. You know what I
At
mean?
least until
Yeah.
after the wedding.
Or either, hey, let's have an adult conversation. I like you, you like me. Let's wait till after this wedding's over before we diverge into anything because we don't want to ruin my son and your sister's big day.
Right.
What is wrong with these people?
Yeah.
And
It
people
gets
think I'm
worse.
crazy.
It gets worse. Steph, welcome back. Because of course it does. The week of the wedding, Brittany was no longer in the bridal party, but my mom begged me to let her attend as a guest. She said, "You'll regret not having your sister there." I said, "I'll regret having her there if she shows up dressed like the ghost of wedding's future."
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I like that.
Kimmy.
I like that. I don't know who
My
did
mom
this, but she's
promised.
cool.
Yeah, my mom promised that she would handle it. Wedding day comes. Everything is beautiful. I'm calm. Mason is crying before I even walk down the aisle. The ceremony is perfect. Then we get to the reception, and Brittany walks in late, wearing the champagne dress with the train, holding Rick's hand.
This bitch. I'm sorry, but
That's ballsy.
I'll tell you right now, she would never walk into anything of mine ever again.
Mm-hmm.
In a wheelchair. She'd be rolling in somewhere, but she wouldn't be walking.
Hold my dang earrings. Exactly.
Exactly, Destiny. Destiny said as a wedding coordinator, I'd see the dress and immediately kick them out. Like, yes, you can.
Yes. Yes. That's what should have happened. I didn't even react at first. I just stared. My best friend looked at me and whispered, "Say the word and I will become a problem."
That's a ride or die right there.
That's a ride or die.
Matter of fact, she shouldn't even said say the word. She should have just went straight up, grabbed her by that train that and ripped it right off the dress. Just ripped it, just scissors to it. You know what I'm saying? Just cut it off. And be like, the only train that's coming in here tonight is on the back of the bride, or never mind. Yeah.
No, that's it. That's the only one.
That's the only one. Yep. Yep, that's the only one. I was
Same,
talking
Michelle.
about the train station. If y'all watch Yellowstone, by the way, y'all get your minds out the gutters.
But before I could say anything, Brittany walked up to me and said, "I hope we can be adults today." Adults? You were dressed like a backup bride and dating the groom's father.
Yeah. Like, that could be her brother-in-law.
Yeah. Then she leaned in and said, "Don't worry, I won't steal your spotlight," which is exactly what someone says when they packed a spotlight in their purse. Dinner starts. Speeches start. My dad gives a sweet speech. Mason's mom gives a short emotional speech. Then Rick grabs the microphone. He was not scheduled to speak. He says, "I just want to say how proud I am of Mason and how happy I am that today brought two families together in more ways than one." No, 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 no. Thank you, Ashley. Then he looks at Brittany. The room goes silent. He says, "Some people come into your life unexpectedly." I swear I blacked out from rage. Then Brittany stands up. She's crying. Mason grabs my hand under the table and says, "Absolutely not." Rick keeps talking. He says, "And I think love should be celebrated whenever it finds you." Then he reaches into his jacket pocket.
This ain't real life, bro. This is a Hallmark movie for real. Like, and if it's not, like, we just need to make one. You know what I mean? Like, yeah,
Right.
cut the mic off. That's exactly. Oh, hell, no, ain't no way. No way.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Go ahead and say what we all know is coming.
It was a ring box. At my wedding reception, my fiance's father was about to propose to my sister at my wedding. Exactly, Rochelle. Before he could open it, Mason stood up and said loudly, "Dad, sit down." Rick laughed like Mason was joking. Mason said, "I'm serious. Sit down or leave."
Oh, Christina.
Brittany started crying harder and said, "Why can't you just be happy for us?" I finally stood up in my actual wedding dress at my actual wedding, and I said, "Because this is my wedding, Brittany, not your season finale." The room gasped. My best friend clapped. Then Brittany screamed, "You've always been jealous of me." I said, "Of what? Your train?" People laughed. I shouldn't have said it, but I did, and honestly, I stand by it. Rick called me disrespectful. Mason told him, "You proposed at my wedding. You don't get to lecture anyone on respect." Then Rick said, "Maybe if your wife wasn't so controlling." And Mason lost it. He said, "Get out." Security had to escort them out because my uncle owns a towing company and apparently handles family conflict like a nightclub. So my uncle and two cousins walked Rick and Brittany out while Brittany sobbed, "This is why nobody likes her." Which was brave coming from a woman being removed from a wedding in a bridal colored dress. The rest of the night was weird for about 10 minutes. Then the DJ, bless him, played Before He Cheats. And the dance floor filled immediately. Even Mason's mom danced.
Oh my gosh. Like, okay. First off, as soon as he grabbed the mic, I would have stood up and been like, this ain't the time or the place, Pops. You know what I mean? Like, nah. Like, I would have cut it off right then. You came, Dimples, you came into a hot mess. You're gonna have to watch the replay of this. There was a whole lot that leads up to this. You came into a hot mess. I don't think hot mess describes this. This is like if a hurricane and a tornado and a meteor strike all hit at the same time. Apocalyptic wedding. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, and then like I don't like to think about it, right? How do you think Mason's mom feels about that? You know what I mean?
A literal train wreck.
Yeah, a literal train wreck. Yeah,
A wedding dress train wreck. I see what you did there.
that's wild.
Now it's been 6 months. Brittany and Rick are still together. They got engaged 2 months after my wedding and announced it with the caption, "When you know, you know." My mom wants me to move forward as a family. Brittany says I owe her an apology for humiliating her in public. Rick says Mason needs to respect his happiness. Mason has barely spoken to his dad since. And now Brittany wants me to be a bridesmaid in her wedding. Her wedding colors? Ivory and champagne. Am I wrong if I tell her I'll attend her wedding only if I can wear my wedding dress? And that is the end.
I mean, I would probably not go to the wedding, but go to the reception. And I would probably be wearing my wedding dress at the reception. And probably holding like a big sign. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what it would say, but there would be something done just out of spite. Like, that's wild.
Yep. Don't wear ivory or champagne to a wedding.
Red flag. Red flag.
A sign that says, "I'm not here to take the spotlight."
Red flag.
I'm
Red
petty.
flag.
Wedding dress activated. Exactly.
Like, not only that, right? Like the sister thing. Okay, I could see some stuff like that, right? People are jealous, especially siblings of each other. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, fine. But like, as a father, like, there's no way I could do that to one of my kids. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, no way. No way. No, not even, I could not remotely imagine doing that to one of my sons.
Yeah.
Like,